Hey guys, this is so weird. This is the first time I'm filming like an actual sit-down video in my new apartment, and I'm just super excited. Basically today, I know I'm supposed to be starting Halloween videos, but I really wanted to talk about the Shane Dawson and Jake Paul series before it became, you know, not that big anymore. The series just ended and I watched the whole thing. I waited. As soon as one ended, I was like, when is the next one coming out? I loved it. I'm a huge Shane Dawson fan. Not really a Jake Paul fan. So many people want to know about Jake Paul's life. So many people, I don't really know why so many people do, but so many people are interested in what he's really like because they see this like character kind of in his videos. So they didn't know, was that character a real person? Is that really how he acts, or is it just this persona that he puts on for YouTube? If you hear that, that is being eating. Did you have to eat right now? Say hello. Hello. I'm just gonna jump in. May I help you? You're crazy. I'm just gonna jump right into some of like the main points that people were making. I don't even know if I like the way the angle is set up right now. Okay, I like that a little bit better. So I'm gonna start with like the beginning of what people were saying about the whole series. A lot of people from the get-go were saying that Shane was making it so over dramatic and he was adding in all of this dramatic music over scenes that weren't even that dramatic, and he was doing all this extra stuff for what, and it wasn't even that, you know, crazy of a moment, and he made it so extra, and he would say something about Jake and then look all scared or something. And I completely understand why Shane did that. He's making a series. He's making a dramatic series, something that's supposed to be dark and deep. At least that's what his angle was at first. He's obviously gonna make it dramatic and entertaining. If it was just him being like,
yeah, so we're gonna figure this out, yeah, this happened, okay, let's go.
No one would watch. I wouldn't watch if it wasn't entertaining, if it wasn't dramatic and entertaining and, you know, kept you on the edge of your seat. And yeah, sometimes he adds in dramatic music when it's not really that dramatic, but half the time he's doing it as a joke, and he normally laughs when he's doing something as a joke like that. And Shane is someone that's usually very lighthearted, so when he does do more deep and dark things, he tends to add in a little sense of humor with it as well, which makes it enjoyable and makes it watchable. Why would you just want to watch something that was plain and boring? So that's like how I feel about the whole people hating on the fact that he was making things too dramatic. Something else that people were hating on was the fact that nothing was happening. You know, the first 4 parts or 3 parts were kind of just like, okay, it was mainly, the first, I want to say 1 to 3 parts were mainly on a therapist and sociopath and things of that nature. That was like the first 3 parts, and then after got more into his friends, his ex-girlfriend, his life, you know, that was when the series really picked up. Could Shane have made this only a 4-part series? Yes. But YouTube is his job. This is his, you know, what he does for a living. If he could make an 8-part series and have 8 videos of content, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he make 8 videos instead of 4? If he has the ability to make all that content for his viewers, why wouldn't he? I know if I had an idea and I could make it, I could either just keep it short, concise, and put everything, just the hard facts in there, and make it a 3-part series. I would much rather stretch it out as long as I could to get more content out for my viewers. So that's the only reason I think he made it such a long series. And I believe they are monetized, but like I said, this is his job, this is his living. If he can have 8 monetized videos with millions of views, why wouldn't he? I mean, it's common sense to me at least, but I do understand people saying, you know, why was it such a long series when the first 3 didn't really even need to be there? I think there could have just been 1 video on the whole sociopath situation and then move forward. But I do still see where Shane is coming from and why he did that. Now, I'm not really going to touch on the whole sociopath, like the whole avenue he was going when he originally was making it a sociopath thing. At first, immediately when I heard that's what he was doing, I was like, oh yeah, 100%, you know, that's Jake Paul's, I can see him being a sociopath. But once he really went to his house and saw him, you know, not on camera, I really do now think, like, I don't like Jake Paul's videos. I don't like any of the Team 10 stuff. I'm just not a fan. But I think that's because I'm older, and he does aim towards a younger demographic. He aims towards the kids that watched him on Disney Channel, and he has to be extra and extreme and over the top to get the views that he gets. And he does get I mean, hello, he's gained so many subscribers and everything so fast, so he's doing something right. And I think what he's doing is just, you know, really aiming towards his demographic, you know, always one-upping himself. Okay, I did this video last week, how can I triple that? And I think that's really why he has gotten himself in so much trouble, is because he thinks, okay, well, I, you know, lit this thing on fire, and I'm gonna light the pool on fire. I think that's what really gets him in trouble. And it's not that he's crazy, it's that he's trying to make good content for his viewers, and he's trying to grow his channel, and that's the only way he knows how. And so I think that's the main reason people really don't like him, is because they think that's how he is in real life, and they think, oh, he's crazy. But if you really saw in Shane Dawson's series the way he was at home and the way he was with his girlfriend and stuff like that, he seems like not normal. I'm not saying he's normal, like, he's not completely normal, and he lives a very different life than most people, but he isn't so crazy as he makes himself out to be. And I was always, whenever I would hear about him and his girlfriend Erica, I almost put quotations because I never believed it. I was like, oh, it's a publicity thing, 100%. They're not really together. Like, I really didn't believe that him and Erica were actually together until I watched this series. And if the series just turned on and it was so creepy. Why does this happen to me? So I really do think they are dating and together at this point. Let's put it this way, if they're really not, and the way they acted in Shane's video, it's really weird. But the way they acted in Shane's video, even when they didn't know they were rolling, or when the camera was down, it didn't seem like they were rolling, they do seem like a real couple. So I do believe that they are actually together at this point. But before Shane's series, I thought it was all like a publicity thing. And I do have a lot of friends in LA, and I have heard of a lot of couples doing that, doing things for, you know, the views and for YouTube. And so I really didn't put it past me that, or I didn't really put it past them that they were doing the same thing. But I do actually think they're together, and they seem, you know, really happy in Shane's thing. So that's really awesome. I don't know, the series, I loved it. I really liked it. I know a lot of people hated towards it, but I think a lot of people hated towards it because they didn't want Shane to feel sorry for Jake, or they didn't want him to have a pity party for Jake, and they didn't want all of this, like almost like okay, yeah, Jake has done all these bad things. Now, you know, here's redemption and now he's okay, whatever. No, I still think the things that he has done in the past are bad and are crazy, and everything with the old Team 10 house and stuff that has gone on in Team 10, all of that is absolutely weird and crazy, and I don't really understand any of it. And I don't think that should all be erased just because this one series, but I do think people need to understand that the way he is on camera is a character. As weird and as crazy as that seems, like, I can never imagine picking up a camera every day and not being myself. It's just interesting to see that he is two very different people from on camera and off camera. So I think that's the main thing that people need to realize, and that he does almost everything that he does on camera just for views and to grow his channel. And one of the biggest things that came out in this whole series was when Nick Crompton said that the pranks are fake. Now, of course, I'm 20 years old, I'm an adult. I know the pranks aren't real in these videos, but the kids watching his videos don't understand that. The 8, 9, 10-year-olds that are watching his videos think they're real. And a lot of the times, the pranks that he pulls aren't, like, there are things that if someone thinks they're real, and if they were real, they'd be crazy. But the fact that we know they're not real, it makes them not as bad. But the craziest part about all of this is that when those two twins that left Team 10 said that they were being bullied and the pranks were so extreme, the pranks weren't real. So that whole beef, like that whole problems with the Martinez twins, it was real drama, but they came out and said everything they said was lies. And that is crazy. Like, you can really do that to someone that you've been so close with. The fact that they came out and said all those things, that they were bullied and that the pranks were too far, when he let you know when the pranks were gonna happen. So that's crazy that that has now come out into the open, and that it is now like actually out in the open that the pranks are fake. So that basically debunks. It just gets rid of everything the Martinez twins have ever said. And of course they talked about the whole assault situation with that old girl that was in Team 10. I don't think that Jake and them knew it was fake. I do believe they thought it was real, but I don't think that really happened at all. And I don't think anyone, like, I think at this point it's been so long since it's happened, and everyone is kind of on the same side of being like it didn't really happen. I do understand why all of the fighting, like all of the arguments on both sides, and I understand why that happened, because you have to put them in real people's shoes. They are real people. They are real 20, 21, 23-year-old people. If this happened in real life, take YouTube out of it, they would still be arguing on social media. They would still be arguing in real life. But it's the fact that they have this platform and they used that platform for content. They took this and ran with it. And they should have never done that. And that's not okay. And that's not how it should have been handled at all. And Jake even said in the series, it should not have been handled that way. But I would bet money 80% of people in the 20s area would do something like he did if it was your ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. Whatever his name is, Banks, I don't know his first name. Alyssa's boyfriend, you know, saw that video and was like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna come back with this video. And then they came back with another video, and it just got so big and so out of hand. But I mean, they admitted it was for content. They did it for content. They did it, I mean, Jake did it because that's his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. Why wouldn't he do it? Should not have happened. And I don't think YouTube or any other social platform is good when it comes to drama with other people, especially when people are in the limelight. It's just not smart. It's never smart to put stuff out there like that for the world to see, because once it's out there, it's out there. And I think this was a very good example, because Jake and all of them are still dealing with this, and it's been a very long time. So I think, lesson to anyone watching this, don't post drama, because then you may regret it in the future. But I'm trying to think if there's any other points I really wanted to touch on with the Jake Paul series. I feel like that's pretty much it. I loved it. I thought it was really good. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out on Shane Dawson's channel. Even if you hate Jake Paul, I would say just watch the series, because it's interesting and it's cool to see. I don't want you guys to think after the series now, like, I go watch Jake Paul. Like, I still don't like his videos, but I do kind of understand him as a person now. So if you haven't seen it, I would go check it out. And yeah, I know this isn't a Halloween video, but Halloween videos are coming right after this. I'm actually about to film a Halloween video right after I film this video. So stay tuned for that. I have them coming this whole week. I'm gonna be posting randomly. So of course, make sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. And if you haven't yet, then subscribe, because I upload, I can't even say a day anymore. This is so sad. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything, especially with the holidays coming up. So much is happening, so stay tuned. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below and let me know what you thought of the Shane Dawson series, and what series maybe he should do next, and of course what videos you want to see me do next. And I will see you guys very, very, very soon with a new video. Bye.